Hi everyone, my name is Robert Dos Wrestling, and you're watching Jamie Music Man right here on YouTube.
What's up guys, it's me, Jammin' Music Man, and welcome to my special new video. And in this video I'm going to be reviewing the best of Stan Hansen in Japan. It's an 8-disc collection. I purchased this sweet set from highspots.com. It was $29.99 plus shipping and handling. I'll put a link in the description box below for anybody who wants to purchase this disc. It's a great set if you're a Stan Hansen fan, Japanese wrestling fan, or just a pro wrestling fan in general. I highly recommend having this in your collection and checking it out. You get Stan Hansen from his career starting out in Japan in the 70s, all the way through the 80s, the 90s, all the way up until his retirement ceremony in 2001. Great set, like I said, and I'll get to the match listings in just a few minutes. But for some of you out there who don't know who Stan Hansen is considered one of the greatest foreigner wrestlers in Japanese history. And over in Japan they call the foreigners gaijins, and he's considered like one of the all-time greats. But before Stan Hansen got to professional wrestling, he went to West Texas State College, played football there, and I believe him and Bruiser Brody, they were college friends, or they might have been college roommates. They might have played football at the same time, really can't remember. But he played at West Texas State, and he was a wrestling fan growing up. And for some of you out there who didn't know, back in like the late 60s and early 70s, the Funks, they dominated the wrestling scene out there. I'm talking about, Terry Funk, Dory Funk, Junior's dad. They ran a promotion out there in Texas. And Stan Hansen became a big fan, and of course he broke into professional wrestling. And one of his first notable big moments in wrestling was breaking Bruno Sammartino's neck. I believe Stan Hansen, he went to the WWF in like 1976, and pretty early on when he joined the WWF, he was in a feud with Bruno Sammartino, and they had a match, and he broke Sammartino's neck, and he was like banned from the promotion for like 5 years or something like that. But then eventually he came back and had a rematch with Bruno Sammartino, and then after that he was off to Japan. And the first promotion he wrestled for was New Japan, which was ran by Antonio Inoki. And he wrestled for New Japan for a few years, and then he would later go to All Japan Wrestling, which was ran by Giant Bob in like '81. And that's really where Stan Hansen's legendary career really started going places, was when he went to All Japan. But there's so many matches on all these 8 discs. I'm not going to give you guys like every single match listing. I'm just going to give you guys like some notable matches with each disc. Disc 1, you get Stan Hansen first taking on the Destroyer in 1975. And also on disc 1 you get Stan Hansen taking on Andre the Giant. Stan Hansen taking on Antonio Inoki. A lot of these matches are from his days in New Japan. Also you get Stan Hansen taking on Dusty Rhodes, and I believe it was during this match where Dusty Rhodes, you actually see him do like a blade job on his arm. You can see him scratching his arm like this, and his arm starts bleeding. I want to say that's that match. Also you get Stan Hansen taking on Bob Backlund. Stan Hansen teaming up with Hulk Hogan to take on Antonio Inoki and Bob Backlund. And this is all matches from 1980. Disc 2, we're in 1981, where we see Stan Hansen taking on Antonio Inoki. You also get another match with Hansen and Inoki. Some other notable matches. You get Stan Hansen and Dirty Dick Murdoch taking on Antonio Inoki and Tatsumi Fujinami in the MSG Tag League semifinals from 1981. On disc 3, you get Stan Hansen's return to the All Japan at 1981 Real World Tag League. Also on disc 3, you get some matches with Hansen taking on Giant Baba, Terry Funk, Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody taking on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. And I want to say it was during the Bruiser Brody Wrestling's Last Rebel documentary where you see Steamboat talking about how Steamboat and Youngblood, how they were out of breath during their match with Hansen and Brody in Japan. I want to say he was talking about that match. Also in disc 3, you get Hansen and Brody taking on Terry and Dory Funk Jr. in the finals of the Real World Tag League in 1982. Just classic stuff. Disc 4, you get some more matches with Hansen and Brody taking on the Funks. Also, you get another match with Hansen taking on Giant Baba. I believe, yeah, this is when Hansen wins the PWF title. This is in All Japan. Also, you get Hansen and Brody taking on Bob and Dory Funk Jr. for the PWF tag titles in '84. Disc 5, you get another match with Hansen and Giant Baba. You also get Stan Hansen and Ted DiBiase taking on the Funks, and this is before DiBiase would head to the WWF to become the $1 Million Man. Also on disc 5, you get Stan Hansen taking on Jumbo Tsuruta. Stan Hansen and Ted DiBiase taking on Jumbo Tsuruta and Tiger Mask for the PWF tag titles. Disc 6, you get Stan Hansen and Terry Gordy taking on Jumbo Tsuruta and Yoshiaki Yatsu for the PWF tag titles. You get a lot of tag matches with Hansen teaming up with Terry Gordy here on disc 6. Then on disc 7, we're in the 90s. We get Stan Hansen taking on Hulk Hogan, and you know, of course, in 1990, Hulk Hogan was the biggest thing in wrestling. You get Stan Hansen taking on the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Big Van Vader, and this is not that infamous eye-popping out match. This was a couple of months after that match. Also, you get Stan Hansen, who was the Triple Crown Champion, taking on one of my all-time favorites, Mitsuharu Misawa. You get 3 classic matches with Hansen and Misawa on disc 7. Then on disc 8, you get Stan Hansen taking on another legend, Kobashi, Kenta Kobashi. Stan Hansen taking on Dr. Death, Steve Williams. Stan Hansen taking on the Triple Crown Champion, Toshiaki Kawada. I believe Hansen wins the Triple Crown title. And you also get a couple of matches with Stan Hansen teaming up with Gary Albright and Vader. And the final match, well, not really a match, it's Stan Hansen's retirement ceremony from January 28th, 2001. And Stan Hansen, man, one of the all-time greats. And right now I'm going to let you guys get a good look of what it looks like on the inside and the outside if you purchase this DVD set. Alright, wrestling fans, I'm letting you guys get a good look of the best of Stan Hansen in Japan 8-disc collection. There you see, you get a good picture of the legend himself, Stan Hansen. He looks like he's been kicking some ass. And you see the 8-disc collection. There, you get some pictures of the man himself. There you see Stan Hansen giving somebody a lariat. Stan Hansen with the AWA belt. Picture Stan Hansen with the legendary Bruiser Brody. Just letting you guys get a good look. We'll open it up here. And all the discs, they pretty much all are the same picture. Just different discs. There you see disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, disc 5, disc 6, and disc 7, and disc 8. So yeah, all 8 discs, they got the same picture, just different disc. And then this is what it looks like on the back. There you get all the match listings with each disc. I know it's hard for you guys to read, but you get disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But just wanted you guys to get a good look of the best of Stan Hansen in Japan DVD set. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this DVD review of the best of Stan Hansen in Japan 8-disc collection. I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to purchase this DVD. It was $29.99 plus shipping and handling. I picked it up from highspots.com. I highly recommend checking this set out. Like I said, you get Stan Hansen going all the way back from the 70s all the way up until his retirement in 2001. So you get Stan Hansen in the 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s. You know, I give this set right here 5 stars. Like I say, you get Stan Hansen in classic matches with Mitsuharu Misawa. You get matches with Hansen teaming up with Bruiser Brody. You get Stan Hansen taking on Antonio Inoki, taking on legends like Giant Baba. Just so many Japanese and American wrestling legends in this set right here. I highly recommend checking out, like I said. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a like, comment, subscribe. Also, I'll put a link to my Twitter, my Instagram, so go follow me on those sites. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for always supporting my channel. I'm Jammin' Music Man, and I'll see you guys next time.